In this video, I'm going to show you that it is possible to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a place to stay, and a motorcycle rental here in Thakhek, Laos, all for under $30 per day. Let's go. So we're going to start our day off with breakfast here at a small restaurant at the bus station, which is probably where you're going to end up first if you ever come to Thakhek, Laos. So let's get to it. So this is pretty much my go-to every single day is kapow moo, which is basically a stir-fried pork with holy basil, typically served over rice with a fried egg. Absolutely phenomenal, especially for the price. Cup chai, depending on where you get it, Thailand, Laos, or even one side of the town to the other, people prep it in their own way. There's different variations to the dish. This is the only place I've ever had it where they actually add like green beans in here and a lot more onions than normal. Most places also typically serve it with a chicken broth soup. So I don't know if you know, maybe a lot of you have never had it before, but trust me, it's super good. You'll have to give it a try. I'm full. That was super good, but let's head into town and grab some caffeine to officially get the day started.
Yep.
7-Eleven, dude. They just built this here. Maybe it opened a couple months ago, something like that. But many in Vientiane. Tons of energy drink options. M150 Red Bulls. Best one of all though is definitely Sting here in Laos. You can get some like United Kingdom imported stuff like Monsters and stuff, but the prices are kind of high, and I typically always get these because I've never seen these outside of Southeast Asia unless they're at a specialty import store like the Asia Mall in Eden Prairie or something. Then they're super expensive. Here they're super cheap. This is 13,000 kip. So yeah, that's usually my morning routine. Get something to eat. Typically kapow moo is my preference. After that, get a Sting from 7-Eleven or any of the other places in town. They're pretty much all the same price. And after that, you're ready to go. You got your caffeine, your protein, your carbs, and you're fired up. The next thing you're probably wondering though is, where am I gonna stay when you come to Thakhek? So let me show you our accommodation. This is a room at Sang Lao Guest House. The reason I picked this place is because of the price. There's other places that are relatively comparable in terms of price, but they're more like dorm rooms. You know, you have multiple bunks in a room, and that is not at all my style. I would prefer to have my own independent room with my own air conditioner, my own bathroom, and stuff like that. That's why I choose Sang Lao. This room, $10 per night. They are more than willing to rent you a room out for months on end as long as your visa allows you to stay for that period of time. They're willing to rent you out a room for as long as your visa is valid. So it's a great place to stay. There's no additional utilities. Everything's included in the price at $10 per night or $300 per month. And you have an air conditioner that gets really cold actually in here. So I find myself at night sometimes actually turning the air off, as well as kind of a small closet, a nice queen size bed in the standard rooms, which is actually really comfortable. They'll come up and clean your room every week, no problem, and no additional cost. There's roosters outside that go crazy, as you can hear. But yeah, we also have a on-demand water heater for the shower, so there's unlimited amount of hot water. So for the price, you can't beat it. But now that we got that out of the way, let's go get some lunch. So today for lunch, we're having lab, and this is pork, a little bit spicy with shallots, onions, rice powder, minty leaves here, like this here. Super good. Typically when you order this, you get it with sticky rice, which helps kind of tone down the spiciness if you need that. Otherwise, you know, they say if you're not eating everything with rice, you're only playing with your food, so. It's too good. I think this might be one of my new favorite dishes.
อันนี้คือลาบงัวจะมีผักหอมรวมจะมีถั่วงอกแล้วก็มีอันเครื่องในคือผักขี้ริ้วแล้วก็มีตับแล้วก็มีเครื่องปรุงประมาณมีมะเขือมีอย่างมีหลายแนว แล้วก็มีน้ำซุปนำ
Whatever this, they give you like a plate of different leaves and lettuces and whatever. This is a crazy leaf. It's like, tastes like mint, you know. Super strong flavor. We're eating at a little restaurant that is right next to a truck stop here. You can see the trucks behind me, and a small market here in Thakhek that sells mostly clothes. Most visitors do not know that these places over here exist, but this is where you get the cheapest food unless you go venture off even farther out into the middle of nowhere. But you can get a plate here for 30,000 kip. So lunch was absolutely amazing. Now the next thing I want to jump into is motorcycle rentals and transportation costs. Now when you come to Thakhek, Laos, whether you're just going to spend time in Thakhek or maybe you're going to do the Thakhek loop, you're probably going to be looking for a motorcycle. Now this here is a 2024 Honda Wave 125, and I actually own this motorcycle. I bought this in April of 2024, so I've had this for about a year and a half. When you're looking at motorcycles in Thakhek, there's a ton of different price ranges, anything from 50,000 kip per day for a Honda Wave 100 all the way up to 500,000 kip per day for like a CRF 250, even Harley Davidsons or Forza 350s and stuff like that. There's many places you can rent from, Mad Monkey Garage, Song Lao, Wang Wang, and many other places. They're all gonna have different inventory, different prices. Some places have nicer bikes than others. Some places only do what they need to keep their bikes on the road, and they don't get too, you know, overboard on maintenance on their bikes. They don't sit and detail them every time, make them nice. So you can kind of get anything with every budget in mind. If you were to rent something like mine, you're looking at approximately 100,000 kip per day, so around maybe $5 per day. Most places don't give you a discount for renting for extended periods of time. Obviously for us, we opted to just buy this, you know, last year because we paid $1,400 for this brand new. So that worked the best for us because we've had it for, it's cost us less than $100 per month if you do the math, and we've put about 13,000 kilometers on it since. So great little bike, but that's kind of what you can expect to spend on motorcycle rentals here in Thakhek. Probably on average 100 to 150,000 kip per day. So yeah, All right, guys, so we finally got to dinner here at Sunset. Hopefully that music isn't pumping up too much in the background, but we're having a duck noodle dish. I actually don't even know what's all in here. You got duck, noodles that kind of remind me of an instant noodle, some vegetables of some sort. So let's dig in and see what we got. Yeah, I think those are an instant noodle. What? Let's try the vegetable. I don't even know. Is that a vegetable? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know how much it is, so I'll post it down in the corner. But super good. Tastes super good. Also comes with some lettuce. What is this? Oh, yeah, I know. And what is this, a lemon? Lime, lemon. So yeah, super good though. Nice way to finish off the night. So the average dish in Thakhek for sure, maybe across Laos in general, is probably going to cost you typically between 30,000 and 80,000 unless you go to a specialty higher end restaurant of some sort, but that's kind of the ballpark to expect when you go out to eat. So the cost for dinner was 40,000 kip, and then we ended up getting some sushi for later, I guess. 20,000 kip for the sushi, so 60,000 kip total, and that kind of wraps it up for our meals today. So after 3 meals, a motorcycle rental, a place to stay, our total spent is 430,000 kip, which is under $20 per day or $600 per month. That gives you an additional $10 per day or $300 per month to pay for things like health and other sorts of insurances maybe that you potentially want, traveler's insurance, potential gas costs, and maybe other little things, making it actually very easy to live in Laos for under $30 per day. And this is actually a lot more than the average local spends to live here per day. So it is extremely realistic, extremely easy. You just need to be the type of person that doesn't expect everything in life. You're just willing to go with the flow and do what you need to do, not everything that you want to do. Obviously, if you go out and you want to stay at a nicer 5-star hotel, or you want to do the Thakhek loop, potentially you're going to spend obviously more money. But if you just plan on hanging out in Thakhek for an extended period of time and just kind of doing what you need to survive instead of just all the additional things in life that you maybe want to do, living super cheap is super easy. But other than that, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. More videos to come soon, and that's about it. So peace out.